Drop your phone.
Are you all looking forward to your cruise?
Yeah!
Sarah screaming that it's stop.
It's operated by Eighth Silver Fleet. There are toilets located downstairs, situated at the back of the boat, near to where you enter.
Thanks for joining us on board this morning. Lovely day we have out here. Nice and sunny. Okay. Well, here we are, guys. Starting off in the heart of the action. On the right-hand side here, we have the Palace of Westminster, aka the Houses of Parliament. There's been a palace on this site going all the way back to the Anglo-Saxons. This location over here used to be where the young King and Queen lived, up until the rule of King Henry VIII. King had the first ever Houses of Parliament. Now, that original building, it did okay. It lasted all the way until 1834, because in 1834, the Exchequer, the man in charge of the money, he was since. That's because green represents the House of Commons. Those are the democratically elected members of Parliament, or MPs. It's their job to discuss and debate new laws. The red represents the House of Lords. The Lords get appointed directly by the King, and they decide whether or not that new law actually then gets signed in. And these two groups are kept separated from each other. They have got separate chambers in there, separate restaurants in there, separate bars in there. That's right, there are bars in the Houses of Parliament. There's no corruption in the UK, guys, is there? Of course not. Of course not. And then down the far end, there it is, the most famous clock in the whole wide world. You know that clock. You love that clock. Benjamin Hall. Benjamin Hall was basically in charge of all the workers who installed the bell. And round and noisy, this bell. So we're going to name it after you, Ben. And it's been called Big Ben ever since. So make sure you're nice to all those people working for you. Otherwise, you too may end up as a lampooned London landmark, just like our own Mr. Ben over there. Well, now here we go, coming back up to Westminster again. Let's see if we can get some waves off of these Big Bens up here. Hey, Big Bens! Hey, Big Bens! Hey, Big Bens! There we go. Yeah, nice. Tallest cantilevered wheel in the world. Cantilever just means it's supported with one arm on one side, not on two sides, like a Ferris wheel would be. The London Eye over here was designed as part of a competition to come up with a new design for a landmark for London for the millennium. So it was originally called the Millennium Eye, but it didn't win the competition. This design only came in second place. But British Airways, the first sponsor, they were so impressed with the design they decided to privately fund it themselves to the tune of £75 million. They made all their money back in just 2 short years of operation. And if you bought a ticket for it this morning, you could probably work out how it did run. But if you do find yourself in pod number 33, don't be worried, that's because they have removed, and they mean it's 100 miles to the front of Charing Cross. So sort of the transport centre of London, even if it's not technically the geographic centre. Here we go, guys. Let's give it was once described by King Charles himself as looking like the back end of a nuclear power plant. But it's not just the king that thinks it's ugly. This building has actually been voted Britain's ugliest. The lawyer said, "Oh no, Your Honour, that's not advertising. Those are just windows up there that coincidentally just so happen to be in the exact same shape as our logo. But because there is no law in the UK against what shape your windows could be, they actually won that lawsuit, and the lovely Oxo Tower has been there ever since." This is the second largest domed cathedral in the world after the Basilica. This is actually version number 5 of St. Paul's, the 4th version burnt down in the... Now, when Sir Christopher Wren was designing this cathedral in the 7th time, what everybody in England was going absolutely crazy for in the 17th, one pineapple cost £5,000 back in the day. So in the original design for this building, Sir Christopher Wren actually, you can see it in the original blueprint, he wanted to put a 60-foot tall pineapple on top of the central dome. But in the end, the church said that would be too much even for them. So he had to settle for the 2 Pause briefly with the haying. Start again. All right. In accordance with the St. Paul's Law. Modern art gallery. And it's kind of strange that it's got this big huge column in the middle. That's because that used to be a chimney, because this building used to be the Bankside Power Station. It was a coal-fired power station, but they shut it down in the 1980s because it was causing too much pollution. They reopened it in the year 2000 as the Dell. Not that I'd ever have to set up here, but just in case, definitely check out the Tate. Well, now this is my favorite. Get a standing ticket in there, in the round, for as little as £5. Just bear in mind, in the round does mean you will be exposed to the elements, so you could end up standing in the rain watching Shakespeare for 3 hours, so I think they should be paying you. But anyway, it is a great place to experience the Lord, though. No more authentic. Oh, now guys, this is the hardest bridge to get away from, guys, because this is the Lonely Bridge. It gets the least foot traffic of any bridge in London, so let's give it a go and see if we can disturb this man. Shakespeare drank in the Anchor, Dickens drank in the Anchor, the diarist Samuel Pepys alleged on top of a stone column. That golden ball and column is the monument to the Great Fire of London, built shortly after the Great Fire in 1666 to commemorate it. And you can go up to the top of the monument for just £6, much better deal. And you get London Bridge. And where did she shoot the music video? Tower Bridge. Not very fergalicious, gang. Now guys, before we get to Tower Bridge, on the right hand side is in Normandy in World War II. It also helped to sink the Scharnhorst, which was actually Adolf Hitler's favourite boat by all accounts, and 3 times the size of HMS Belfast. Went on an incredibly dangerous mission through the Arctic to resupply the Soviet Union in World War II, which is why you can see them still to this day decked out in this camouflage. It was decommissioned in 1963 and sold from the bridge, which means it can open in the middle part. Sometimes people call it a drawbridge, although technically speaking I believe that is incorrect with regards to Tower Bridge. But the reason it's a drawbridge is so it can allow tall ships to pass through that middle section. I'm not sure if we're going under the middle today or not. Today it doesn't open the case very. And now guys, we have been doing very, very well on the waves this morning, but this is the most important bridge to get away from, because the legend says if we can get away from this bridge, we get 5 years good luck to the boat and everybody on it. So we are going to because it's the last bridge for the sailors will go on. So all their friends and family would line along this bridge and wave goodbye to them, and the hope was, all being well, they get the same waves from them 5 years later when they return. So let's make some noise here, guys. Let's give a big wave. You can see there's a big, huge super yacht that's visiting London at the moment. So this is the kids' rented for just for a week for only €3.5. So do your deal, alright? It's a pretty cool design too. You can walk straight out to the water off the side. Now guys, directly in front of us is the area of water house. We're not going to be going down there today. We're bringing American guests on board. That's what the main thing is.
It's a yacht! Look at that yacht!
So please do stay sitting there again, just so everyone can get a photo and so the captain can see through the middle to allow those tall boats to pass through. Obviously, when it does open in the middle, they do have to stop the road traffic on either side with traffic lights. And that system's been around for years and years and years, and it works very well for the most part. So, for one foggy night in 1952, there was a man called Albert Clinton, and he was driving his red bus across this bridge, much like the one you can see up there right now, actually. But because it was so foggy, Albert did not see the red stoplight. So as he approached the middle of the bridge, he suddenly realized, oh, I'm not going straight anymore, I'm going uphill. By the time he worked out what was going on, he knew it was going to be too late to hit the brakes. So good old Albert did the only thing that he could do. He put his foot down, he put the pedal to the metal, and he ramped his bus over the 12-foot gap in between the two halves of the bridge.
And brought her to the church in that very same red bus. Crazy story, but it is 100% true. I can't believe I haven't made it into a movie yet. And now guys, you can see as I talk about Tower Bridge here, there's these glass walkways. So you can go up into Tower Bridge and walk across the glass walkways. I believe tickets are about £12. And there's a little museum in there as well. Just watch out guys, they're very strict on their no smoking policy in Tower Bridge, because apparently one of the types of lead paint that they used inside the tunnel is highly flammable. So make sure you don't light up there, gang. Just because we like to
Right guys, let's see if we can get some more waves on the way back. Here's just a little more. go deep. This building is sometimes called it's only a small stone. All of the action is taking place deep underneath that building. Now we don't know how deep it goes because it's a state secret. Some people say it goes in 10 stories, some people say it goes in 20 stories, we don't know. But we do know that underneath that building there is a nuclear bunker. Underneath that building, so in the event of some kind of a nuclear catastrophe, don't worry, all of our politicians will be A-OK.
Very nice.
But actually, before it was complete, the Ministry of Defence over there, they actually took the London Eye to court because they said the London Eye could be like a national security risk because they said it's the London Eye here today. And you know what, gang? It's a pretty romantic place. Since it opened up in the year 2000, there have been 6,000 marriage proposals at the time of the London Eye. 14 rejections. Kind of an awkward 15 minutes on the way back. Especially with the old automatic phone at the end.
No, you sit down, sit down. No. We're getting off.
No, literally. What's going on, you know?
Because at the end of the day, it's responsible. You become successful.